Hello, my friends. Another candle review for you today. We are going to be talking about HOMEWORX Tiramisu. This is their 4-wick, 18-ounce standard jar. This is a gourmand fragrance. Full disclosure, because I am a HOMEWORX ambassador, this candle was sent to me quite a few months ago. I want to say it was maybe in September or October in gratis. So I did not pay for this candle. However, my opinions are my own. As I have said multiple times, HOMEWORX never asks us to say certain things, or they just tell us, give us your honest review, and so that is what I am doing. If you've been with my channel for a while, you know that I am always one to point out the good things, but I also don't shy away from the negative with all of the candle brands that I burn. So HOMEWORX is no different. Just wanted to put that out there in case anybody has any questions about that. All right, so what are the fragrance notes of tiramisu? We are looking at whipped mascarpone, espresso, ladyfingers, and vanilla bean. This particular candle was born, oh my goodness, no, it did not have a birth date, but it was poured on July 7th, 2023. So this has been around for probably close to 7 months now. All right, what does my nose pick up with this candle? So the fragrance notes that I definitely picked up are the accords that they are using for the ladyfingers note comes out to me. I will say that I pick up a touch of that espresso, but I would not necessarily say that I smell coffee in this candle. It's definitely a gourmand, and it's not chocolate that I am smelling. It is definitely a little bit of that coffee note, but it's not anything, say, like Bath & Body Works Paris Cafe or even the espresso note in some of their candles. It's not like the polarizing coffee shop candle. So if you're seeing that espresso note in there and you're concerned about coffee fragrances, I wouldn't say that I detect that too much. I definitely get some of that vanilla bean in here, and the ladyfingers scent, which if some of you are like, what are ladyfingers? Basically what you're picturing right here in front of you, ladyfingers are like a dry egg-based, slightly sweet, spongy type of biscuit, kind of like a cookie, but not as dense maybe as a cookie or as sweet, because it is more egg-based. And then you see some of that like fluffy cheese in the middle there, mascarpone cheese, similar consistency as a cream cheese in my experience, but slightly sweeter. And so when I initially started burning this candle, when I first got it, I will tell you that I did not really care for it, because the first notes that came off to me, the ones that I smelled at first, were that mascarpone cheese. It was kind of like, I would smell it not within that first hour of burn, but around 2 hours into the burn, I started to smell it, and it was kind of, I don't want to say sour, but it was kind of like a lactonic cheesy type of fragrance. That's the only way that I can put it, and I really didn't like it. I did not like it combined with the vanilla bean and the ladyfingers. I don't know, it just didn't smell right. But I was like, well, this was gifted to me, I want to go ahead and give it a good dedicated review. Well, sure enough, about halfway through the burn, I don't even want to say halfway, maybe about like 4 burns in, that fragrance started to go away, and I started to pick up more of, like I said, the ladyfingers with a touch of espresso and the vanilla bean, which I am happy about because I much prefer that over cheesy type of fragrances. The good news is, or the bad news, depending on how you look at it, this candle is not super strong. In fact, if we are talking about the performance of it, the wicks performed well for me. I didn't have any issues with the wicks falling over or becoming puny. Now, if I were to lift this candle up right now, I am actually on my final burn of this candle. Let me go ahead and lift it up and show it to you. You will see, yeah, see, we're almost done with the wax pool there. It still did remain relatively clear. You're seeing some of that wax debris in there, but that's because this candle has honestly been burning for almost 4 hours now, which is longer than I like to burn HOMEWORX candles. So sometimes you run the risk of getting a little bit of wick debris in your wax pool when that happens. But on the whole, this one did not have puny wicks for me. I didn't really have any issues with the wicks. The issue came in the strength and throw. At the most, this candle was about a 4, and I tend to burn my candles in hurricanes. So that should tell you something. Clearly right now, I'm not burning it in a hurricane. The funny thing about this candle is that it throws decently. So for example, right now I'm in my closed concept bedroom. I actually smell this candle better in my master bathroom, which is an ensuite. I can smell it really well in there, but in the bedroom itself, it's not super strong. So in terms of the fragrance itself is about a 3, but the throw I would give about a 5. It's medium throw, but the strength of the fragrance itself is pretty low. So I know that that would be rather disappointing for a lot of people. If maybe you have a smaller kitchen and you just want something to maybe be very light, or maybe you have somebody in your life that is very sensitive, but they like a little bit of fragrance, then this might be a candle that you would consider getting for them. Overall, this candle will not be a repurchase for me. I'm glad that I was able to try it out because I was initially intrigued by it. So I was thankful that HOMEWORX did send this to me. But yeah, it won't be a repurchase for me. I have also seen this candle currently on sale on the Slatkin & Co website. I feel like it's been sitting at that $18.99 price point for quite some time. I mean, I still feel like that's kind of a bit much for the quality of this particular candle. Again, it's just the strength and throw. And really truthfully, here's the thing I'm gonna say. One of the reasons why I think this candle may not be super strong is similar to, I'm not sure if I've put that review up yet. I think I have. Similar to what I was saying about Bath & Body Works Crunchy English Toffee, I do believe that the fragrance accords, whatever oils they are using to come up with the accord for ladyfingers, I believe that there's an oil in there that when it starts to get too hot, it changes the actual fragrance to something that it smells like burning. And when I talk about burning, I'm not talking about burning food. It smells a little bit like wildfire to me, which I'm not mad at. I like that, but obviously this candle is not titled Wildfire. So I do believe that maybe the reason they want this candle to be maybe a little bit lower, or I don't know, not that they want it to be lower, but I think that this one's a little bit trickier to get that higher strength in the fragrance comes from. Oh my goodness, you guys, my words are getting all tied up. I think this one is harder for them to get a strong fragrance from because of just the nature of the oils that they have to use for that ladyfingers accord. It seems like it's probably pretty sensitive and the fragrance changes if it gets too hot. I guess that's where I'm going with that. So yes, won't be a repurchase, but again, glad that they sent it to me. If you want to use my discount code over at the Slatkin & Co website, I do have a discount code there. My code is KATIESJOYFULLIFE. It will save you 15% on orders over $40. And I know that that code can be used with a lot of their good sales. So, you know, I'm not going to recommend this candle. It's just, you know, that's just where I'm coming from here. But if it's something that you're still wanting to try out, then I would say wait for it to go on clearance or something and throw it in your cart. And that would be that. So those are my thoughts. Let me know in the comment box down below what your experience has been with this candle. Hit thumbs up if you found this video helpful. Subscribe if you're new. And I want to say thank you so much for spending your time here with me today. Until my next one, I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day. Bye.